GaryVee the name. Just put your head down, do the work, and everything will change. Sipping tea, help it feels, yeah, that's what I wanted. Being patient, hella tricky, if I'm being honest.
Tea with GaryVee, with some positivity. Yeah.
And we're back!
We are back, Jimmy. We are very, very, very back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Tea with GaryVee. And I am extremely excited. That was hot. Let's see my steamy tea. Extremely excited to be back with all of you. I hope everybody's been well. I miss all of you. Please leave comments. Give me a little old school, like age, sex, location, AOL 94 action in here. Let me know where you're from. And I'm just really excited. We have a bunch of people on today. We're starting with a good friend of mine. I just heard from Mike Boyd, so I'm excited about that. And then we're going to go into a bunch of people from the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, we will definitely get that URL up here before it's out. But very excited. Oh, there it is. Nice. Dustin is sharp this morning. Dustin, you're very sharp this morning. I was.
Thanks.
You got the sharp cuts, and you were sharp. Dust, have you been? We haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah. Good. Everything's very good. Just always chaos, but it's good chaos.
I think it's been kind of calm, no? I feel like a lot. I mean, it's been chaos for me with V friends.
Well, yeah.
But Team GaryVee, I feel like it's been chill in a lot of ways, no?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
In the scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Having trouble. There's a little issue on LinkedIn, so I'm going to check that out.
Okay. Let me know how that goes.
Okay.
But let's get into the show. Let's get into our first guest.
Yo,
what's good, Oman?
Gary, what's up, dude?
It's great to see you.
Good to see you, man. It's been a while.
It has. Have you been through all this?
Been good. Quarantine's been crazy for all of us, but I feel we're kind of going into some kind of sense of normalcy now. I had the big thing for me was I just had a kid, so
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've been seeing it. You're excited, right?
It's so exciting, man. It really is. I mean, it's like the stuff they tell you about, like how everything you've done before you had your first kid, like kind of like you realize that a lot of stuff doesn't matter. Like after having a kid, like you realize what's important and what isn't. So it's been a wake up. Yeah. But how are you, dude?
I'm good, bro.
Be friends is unbelievable, dude.
Thank you, my guy. It was. Please. You're gonna say?
I was just gonna say you guys crushed it, man. When I was talking to Andy about it, and they were telling me about what you were doing. It's just so like what you say all the time. It's like the perfect example of what we want to see, more of in the NFT space, which is so sick, bro. So you're leading the way, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been an incredible journey. I mean, in general, I'm great, and everyone's healthy. What else can you possibly ask for? I think in general, I've always kind of been detached from popularity or financial success. I've been thinking a lot about that over the last 6 months. Like, oh, right. Like, of course you're not going to be as anxious or unhappy if you genuinely are simple as fuck. Like, truly simple. Like, oh, I get to, like, V friends, right? We're at like $51 million in sales. That's, it's a real thing. But if it was $51, like if it was literally, we launched it and the market said, go fuck yourself, GaryVee, this is stupid. Like I would have been equally as happy because the market told me. Yeah. Like I have this incredible relationship with the market. I never blame the algorithm. I never blame that I'm too ahead of my time and they don't know. I never blame Andy or Dustin. When you're in a mindset of accountability and just respecting the results and just being pumped that you can fucking do it. The process is very real. Like I'm very about that. And so in general, I tend to always be happy as long as everyone's healthy, you know, and I think a lot of people gain perspective during COVID, but I think a lot of people are going to lose that perspective in 6 months, you know, because perspective is a religion. It's not a moment.
Yeah.
You got a question?
Yeah, I do actually. So, you know, with all this stuff going on, I mean, I feel like I hate saying it this way, but I feel like we're kind of like in post pandemic or whatever you want to call it. Like things are changing.
We're in a new place for sure.
We're in a new place. We're no longer completely trapped at home. And you know, for those of you tuned in and you are wherever you're living in the world, you know, prayers to you and all that. And you know, I'm hoping that things, you know, normalize a little bit in time. But where do you see all this going, man? Like, you know, in my industry, I mean, you know, me and you have been in the studio together. We've spoken, you know, years ago before, you know, NFT, crypto, online, all this stuff. And you've seen the moves I made, right? And a lot of the stuff I've done has been online, in person. So with this new sort of world that we're entering, do you see the hype of the online VR, AR, NFT stuff continuing to increase, or do you see more of like some real world use cases blending in with both? Like, is this where do you think we're headed right now in terms of just like being an influencer and doing it online, doing it in person? What does that look like for you?
I think that COVID accelerated digital opportunities. It's kind of like a watermark, right? Like it went up here. As we now go back out, you know, not every minute is on a digital screen. So it'll go a little bit back down here, but it's higher than it was. The answer is digital and real are both forever. You know, even if we go 100 years out and we're like just living in that Ready Player One fucking life, you still can take the shit off. The world's like, it's still like, you know, the outside is gonna be there. Like Times Square is gonna be there. Is it gonna be as busy? You know, no, because there's only so much time. Every human's got 24 hours. But what I see is that all of this continues to bring back more leverage to the creator. Right? What I really think in your business, when I look at all those gold and platinum records, you know, the reality is a kid coming up in the game now goes viral on TikTok, launches her or his first album as an NFT and gives up 10% of the monies, 20% of the monies to their audience instead of a record label, own their shit. Their fans make the money, not their distributor, because the distributor is Snapchat, is Instagram, is YouTube, is the internet, is TikTok. So I think the creator, look at my world. VeeFriends was actually, a lot of people don't know this, 2-3 years ago, I was gonna start a toy line. I see all the tchotchkes behind you. Everyone knows how I roll. I get all these emails from people saying, my boss is a dick, I'm really upset. You know, I just got yelled at, I hate my job. And I was like, fuck, people are really hitting me at work. Oh shit, and then I was walking through my office, I'm like, man, the Simpsons dolls, the Kid Robot. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make something called Workplace Warriors. I don't think I've ever said this publicly. I've got some videos on this shit of me like designing the characters with these toy guys that are incredible, ugly dolls, all these people were helping me. And I was gonna make these things called Workplace Warriors and gonna make the little fucking, you know, patient panda, patient pig, and fucking accountable ant and empathy elephant and the adventurous astronaut and all this shit. And I was gonna make them into toys. And I was gonna fucking make them in, you know, Asia and put them in epic packages and ship them here and sell them and fucking this whole thing. And if I did, I would have definitely not sold $51 million worth of toys by now. More than half the profit would have went to DHL or FedEx, who shipped over the boxes, Walmart or QVC or FedEx, cardboard company, 3PLs packing and shipping, the plastic costs money, fucking this, that, and the other thing. And yet, you know, NFTs came along and let me take that energy of what I want to put into the world in a different form. That's what's going to keep happening. The creator, the intellectual property creator, is going to keep more of the economics.
Yeah.
So that's what I see.
I love it. I love it, man. And yeah, that's a blessing, man. I see it happen all the time. That, you know, you have an idea and you think it's the right thing and you're about to do it, and then like it never happens, and then years later it's like, oh wow, like I'm glad that thing never worked out because it's way
Smoke.
better.
I call it smoke. I'm always in smoke mode, right? I'm
Yeah.
always in smoke mode. I don't have my VR headset here, but I'm always in smoke mode. And then it's time to strike the fire. All right, I want to get to a lot of questions. Oh my, congratulations. I can't wait to see you, bro.
Hey, yes, sir. We'll link soon. Peace.
Let's keep this going. Jonathan, what's good?
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm well.
Good to see you.
Great to see you. What can I answer
Yeah,
for you?
I want to say thanks for over the last year and a half, during the COVID, what you've been putting out. There's been a lot of really good content. I think has helped a lot of us. It's helped me for sure. I think a lot of the conversations you've had over the last little while have been super inspirational because you bring in a lot of people from a lot of directions, and you get a lot of different cross-pollination. So it's really helped us. So yeah, just to start off saying thanks.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
And
What
then
can I
from
answer
there, so I work with leather, and I got a small little brand. I've been doing it since 2012, and started off by myself. Actually, to be able to, I was traveling around Southern Africa, and I ran out of money, and I needed to get out of Africa. So I started selling small leather things in the street to get my plane ticket out of Africa. And it just,
Jonathan, one second. Hey, everybody, see in the comments on Facebook some sort of fake GaryVee account talking about gifting. It's all bullshit. It's a fucking scam. Dustin, do you see it?
Yeah, I'm contacting the team right now, just trying to get them.
Just for
blocked.
everybody who's watching, like when you're in the Discord or anywhere else, I'm never looking for your Ethereum. I never want your money. I never want your address. I never need anything. Don't fall for that horseshit. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Keep going.
yeah, no worries. So basically, just to give an idea, it started from this very small organic place, and then just continued to grow, and people were showing interest in what we're doing. So continued to do it, and continued to build a small team. But the question really comes from, I have some really great talents, and then there's some spots that I'm not very talented at. I think that's normal.
You mean like every other human on earth?
For sure. But the question is, as the owner, I find it quite easy to hire someone to do the things that I know how to do well. You know, you just sort of replicate it. You can identify the talents, but how do you find people who do those parts of the business that you don't actually really know that well? Not even the profile of the position that well. How do you go about hiring?
By leaning on good friends and relatives who may know people in that field, and asking for recommendations based on reputation of people you trust. It's a tremendous starting point when you don't know anything, right? Like if you don't know how to hire an accountant because you just don't do it, well, the first thing you do is go to your phone and go to literally, I think one of the secrets in life is the address book in a phone. I'm not kidding. I'm super fascinated by it. You know, you go to contacts, right? And you start with the letter A, and you literally just scroll. And what you find is that C, it says Chris Conti, and you're like, fuck, Chris was my homie. And you literally text Chris and say, hey, Chris, long time, hope you're well, hope you've been okay during this time. Sorry to bother you, but like, you know, I think I remember you went to accounting school. Like, do you know an accountant? It's actually stunning that the answer to a lot of our questions sit with a human being inside our contact list in our phone.
Yeah, it's so right. And
right? Like
community is everything.
Right. So if you don't know, you go to your phone, you go from A to Z, and you try to find a human that you trust, right? Because that's what you're worried about, of like, how do I hire? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Well, you have somebody who you trust tell you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, it's the biggest asset that people are sitting on, their community, that they're not using. And so that would be exactly how I would do it.
That's great. And then from there, once you track someone down and you find the people to hire, then this question is inspired a bit by a comment you made recently about hire fast and fire faster, something along those lines.
I would follow your intuition.
Yeah.
You know, how does it feel? You know, like, give me an example in real life of something that you feel like you would want to hire for.
Short-term things, legal stuff, helping build structure of the business. That's a really big one for us. We're based in Ecuador. I'm Canadian, so we have work in Canada, States, and Ecuador. So understanding how that whole
right, legally, taxes, all that shit, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it, you know, on that front, if you get a recommendation from somebody you trust, you're gonna have to make the assumption that that person is good.
Yeah.
So the only thing then you're deciding if you don't want to work with them anymore, back to firing, is completely predicated on, are they just horrible as a human being?
Mm-hmm.
So it's less about being scared if they wrote the right contract or gave you the right advice, right? And don't forget, you can get 2 opinions. If you want to be very thoughtful because you're very concerned, which I think is very valid, you can get 2 recommendations. And then you decide on moving forward if you just enjoy interacting with the person. Awesome. I'm telling you right now, Jonathan, it's in your address book. You just have to ask 6 people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Cheers, brother. Take care.
All right, just one quick thing before you go.
Yes.
If one of your guys or you could shoot me a DM, I'd love to send you guys some of the stuff we make just as a gift. No question to ask.
I'll have Dustin
just
do
a
it.
gift.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
All the best.
Let's keep it moving. You got it, brother. It's great to see everybody in the comments. Laura, how are you? Oh, you're on mute. Rob Morrison, what's good? Thanks for being here.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Laura. How are you?
I'm good.
It's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It sure has.
Yeah.
So, what's the update? Why don't you give everybody a little bit of the story?
So, I mean, I went on not thinking about video at all, and you pretty much checked me to, you know, I haven't done video in 12 years, so I gave it a shot, and I've been doing it ever since that day last year.
And?
It's amazing. The opportunities, I've been on a lot of podcasts. My book's been selling more. Just recently, I did my first book signing. So at like a teen suicide prevention event, that was incredible to actually talk to people in person, to hear people's struggles and stories in real time and sign it for their kids. It was just amazing. So, you know, I guess video was my thing.
It makes me feel really nice. Why don't you give everybody like 2 seconds of context? Because I think some people are freaking out and are excited to see you back on the show. But 1 minute for anybody who doesn't know what's going on. What happened? You came on Tea with GaryVee. Do you know the date?
Yeah, 4/8/20.
Right. So a little over a year ago.
Yep. So I think I went on saying I've been writing for 12 years, and I said, why are things not popping off? And I said, I don't know what it is. Like, should I not do this anymore? And then I think you said, well, have you done video content? And I said, no. And you were like, why not? And I was like, because I hate it. And then you were just like, what the fuck? And then, so yeah, I mean, I just said I was super uncomfortable. I did the video literally right after that event or that talk we had. And I've been doing it ever since. And it has gotten easier. I literally did a video, I don't know what time it was, but it was 4 months out from our conversation. And I said, in 4 months, 12 years of hating video was gone. So I have to thank you for that.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah. And it's gotten easier. Podcasts have gotten easier. Even just doing random videos, just talking about anxiety, talking about mental health, everything. Super easy now.
It's great to see you. Is there anything I can answer for you?
Yeah, I just had a quick question because I had some people who I respect, you know, in regards to my social media, and, you know, it is Traveling Jersey Girl, but I'm wondering if I should change the name. If I should make it more narrow, I guess, to like Laura Weisman or like author Laura Weisman.
I mean, Laura Weisman is my favorite. My favorite always is name.
Yeah.
You could also go with Laura V.
Yeah, that people used to call me that in high school.
You know, the reason I like very, very, very narrow is if you go to Laura author, you just might not associate as being an author. You're such a young woman. You have so many more years to impact and do and live.
Right.
And so I've always been a huge fan of just name. Actually, I got made fun of a lot. Not made fun of, Jesus. Like I got razzed a lot or questioned or pushed against in the early days because when I started GaryVee, that was when your Twitter handle was like Wine Guy GV. You know, or like Gary Wine, you know, and I remember thinking, even then in 2006, 7, you know, this is just one part of my life and this whole thing is going to be huge. And so I always thought that I wanted it to be my name. And so I couldn't be more passionate as well of getting you to Laura V or Laura Weisman.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a little sad because I've had Traveling Jersey Girl since I was 18.
You're being romantic about something that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Get a tattoo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like take a photo and turn it into an NFT and then you can have it forever. But like if you're asking for the professional rationale to more upside, Laura Weisman or Laura V will work better. But guess what? If you're truly sad for some reason, since you've had it since you were 18, well then keep it. Who gives a fuck what I say?
No, I know, but I'm just thinking like, I just feel like it's not cohesive. Do you know what I mean? Because like I don't travel like I used to, so it kind of doesn't make sense. Where it's like
Laura, let me make this easy for you. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Names are made.
Right.
McDonald's actually sounds like a corner Irish pub in a fourth tier city. They executed and created the greatest fast food empire in the world, right? Nike means dick until Phil Knight came along and made it mean something. The fuck is Google? Google's a fucked up word, actually. Just
That's true, yeah.
Like Google's a stupid ass fucking word, you know. So, but they made it mean something. So, if you know, travel, by the way, can be omnipresent. Travel doesn't mean physically going to the fucking beach. Travel might be the journey your fucking mindset's going.
Well, that's what I say. I'm like this, like, because my first book was Spiritual Nomad, A Journey Within and Abroad. So it's travel, but it's really the journey within yourself. So that's the whole thing.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you because I don't think I would have done video after that talk. And I've always told myself I just need that one GaryVee conversation to do that. So it worked.
I'm glad, Laura. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
By the way, in the comments, I know Google's a number. I mean, the word sounds ridiculous. Nike's a fucking Greek god. I know they mean something. I mean, they don't mean something until you never fucking heard the word Google until a search engine came along and used it. I understand it means something. So does Nike. So does everything. But the execution is the game, not the name. People, you know, names remind me of like that tennis player that buys like Roger Federer's tennis racket, $300 fucking sneakers, and has the fucking headband, and goes out there and gets smoked 6 love, 6 love, 6 love because they can't fucking play.
Right.
Like the name is not the variable. All right, Lauren, good to see you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Joanne. How are you? Where are you from?
Actually, I'm in Berlin, but I'm from the Philippines originally.
Very nice. It's nice to see you.
Wow, this is surreal. I can't believe this is happening.
It's happening.
I'm so nervous. My hands are so cold.
Don't worry. What can I help you with?
Yeah, I have this question because I've been working in a lot of different companies. I've been like doing like mini jobs kind of stuff, like waitress, and now I'm in like a receptionist in Berlin. But since last year, I actually like COVID came, and I saw this time like we are pushed in this digital world, and I needed to look somewhere else. So I looked back and wanted to discover what I have to like I can do it digitally. And I look back in my childhood and I actually saw my diaries. My diaries are actually a comic book of what I was feeling in that moment when I was a kid.
Yes.
So now I want to do something related to design and drawings, but I have this weird feeling like I feel like I need to study before it, but I think I actually have it already with me. So yeah, my question is how to deal with this imposter syndrome. I think
Do
it's
you, do
called.
you feel like you need to study because you were taught that schooling was the most important?
Yeah, actually, in my family, they always encourage like study because it's really important. And I, yeah, in my childhood, it was always like this. And I had this environment like I was always kind of compared to someone.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a bit that.
No, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, look, I have too much empathy that, 3 minutes, 5 minutes together is not going to break 20 years or 15 years or 18 years of the way you were told it was. But you don't need me. What you're doing with me right now is just looking for one final check of affirmation, because even the way you ask the question, you don't need the school. You have it.
Yeah,
Even the way you ask the question, all you're looking for right now is a little bit of affirmation from somebody you admire, which I'm very humbled by. And I'm here for it, Joanne. I'm incredibly ready to tell you, fuck art school. You can do this. You got this. I'm thrilled to do it. I have better news. You don't need me. You already know. It's why you asked the question the way you did.
but it's somehow the feeling is there, and it's still like somehow dragging me back. But yeah, I know I just need to.
What's dragging you back? Probably you might even be using schooling as an excuse. What might be dragging you back is the fear of it failing, or the fear of people telling you it's not good.
Yeah, actually, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
what we fucking do on T. We break shit down emotionally. Like Joanna, I would tell you that is the thing I've spent my life on. It's why I created VFriends. I want those characters to help people get out of that place. Like, you have to understand, everybody in the comments right now, me, everybody in the Discords, like their opinions ultimately don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I would love to pound that into your head. Their opinions don't matter. Because at the end of the day, what happens? Like, they're not there with you. This is your life. Like, you have to make for you.
Yeah. That's right.
Right?
Yeah. So the thing is just be confident about it and actually just,
don't even be confident about it. Be neutral about it. Don't even feel it. Like, just actually make it, because you make the goal that you wanted to make it, not how successful it's going to be or if people thought it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But I imagine myself sometimes like, okay, if I need to talk with people and I actually need to feel that I know what I'm doing or something like this. And when
it's art.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fucking art. When people say my doodles suck shit for VFriends, I understand why they say that. I understand. I just can't value their opinion because they are wearing cargo shorts, and I think cargo shorts are disgusting.
I heard about that.
Right? Like I adore your pony, what are those called? Pigtails? I think that's really cool. Other people don't. I love wearing a Jets hat. Other people don't. I didn't like wearing regular like brim hats. Now I do. I wanted to wear beanies before. Now I want to wear this. It doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking art.
Yeah, okay. And if I can draw and I can really design something, but as you say, a lot of times it might be really need to have a value. I don't like, okay, I can draw, but I cannot really just give it empty. It should have value.
Well,
Like other people.
value comes in a lot of forms, right? Like obviously with VFriends, I was able to do a lot more than just art, right? I was in a place in my career where I could throw the conference, VCon, where Dustin, by the way, I want the VCon video to play when we head out. Joanne, right? I could give access to me, and after 25 years of building reputation, 15 really, people want that. However, there are millions of things. I bought some NFT teacups, right? For several $100 a piece, 0.1, whatever, Ethereum, because I thought they were beautiful. That's the value. Value is subjective. You know, an NFT can be just the art, and people like having that as a collectible. And an NFT can be something that you put information or access or products or many other things in the contract, but your self-expression in your art is value. And don't forget, Joanne, you're such a young woman. In 23 years, you might do something that makes your NFTs that you launch today valuable to somebody. So a lot of people are thinking about launching an NFT and how well it does today. I'm thinking about launching for people, like I would have launched an NFT 20 years ago when nobody knew who I was. Today, the things I'm doing would have impacted that NFT. So stop, what you're doing, Joanne, is you're living in no. You're living in no. You're living in, will they this? No, I have to do this. No, I want you to live in yes. I want everybody to live in yes. Everybody lives in no. Well, this won't happen. And this, that. Defense, no. Defense, negative. What if? Did it? No, go over here. What if it goes great? And more importantly, even if it doesn't sell or go great, you'll be happy you did it. You'll be happy. You need it for you right now. For you, where you are in your journey, you need to just fucking make it just for you. That's the win.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for that.
You make one, you send me an email, I'll buy one. All right?
Okay, thank you very much, Gary.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Let's keep
Bye.
it going, Dustin.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Myra. Is it Myra?
It's Myra, yeah.
It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Where are you
so
from?
happy to talk to you. I'm from Brazil, but I live in Canada now.
Awesome.
And shout out to Brazil and to the Canadian VFriends, because lots of them talking to me. Yeah, so I'm an artist. I do illustrations, and I have I post it on IG, and I have like a podcast as well. And I'm also working towards being a writer. But right now I have my 9 to 5, which is fine. Like I have like my life and it's good. But I do want to I'm trying to grow like a community. I don't sell anything of my art or anything like that yet. I just post it and talk to people. So I'm trying to grow a community, and the goal is to build a legacy one day, like have an NFT project and sell some stuff like nonprofit and things like that. And right now I feel like I'm creating the stuff, I'm posting it, but I struggle with some things. Like I'm not very good with video. Like I don't show myself very much, and like even the Discord, right? Like I love it. I love the vibe and everything, but it's like too much energy. Like it's too much for me sometimes. So I'm just like, I go in and out a little bit here and there. And yeah, I don't know. Like I'm wondering if I'm doing something less or wrong or
no, you're playing the game through the lens of your feelings and how you're built. You probably observe that, well, if I did these other things, I could build a bigger community. The question is, it's a fork in the road. There's a lot of things that don't come natural to me that I've fought through, pushed, that didn't come natural to me, and I fight for. One was my physical health. At 38, I was like, I'm gonna regret this at 60 or 70. Let me get my shit together. And it comes incredibly not natural to me. Like this morning, I canceled my workout. I'm gonna try to do it later because I just don't ever wanna do it, but I do it because I know it's important. Another one for me was candor. GaryVee's candor is, I'm very good at candor. I'm doing it this morning. But as a leader, Gary Vaynerchuk, it was hard for me to deliver negative feedback to my employees or create negative situations. In the last 3-4 years, I've really focused on kind candor because candor, the lack of it, was hurting me because people were getting fired and they were surprised and they were mad at me. It just doesn't work. Entitlement, people thought they were better than they were. So I worked on it. What you need to now, there's many other things. Attention to detail. Fuck attention to detail. I hired 700 people to do that, right? I don't like reading emails, so now I make 5-minute meetings. I didn't learn how to read better, right? So there's forks. There's things that you have to fight for that you think really matter, and then there's things that you have to navigate around, and you realize even if you did it better, you wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, because like I with the stuff I create is not like super technical, and I know that like if you compare it to like an artist that like you know, like it's not that kind of thing. Like I know it's simple, and I know my vibe with it. I like it, you know. Yeah, yes. I really identified with the drawings. I have a cheerful chipmunk, by the way.
Thank you.
So yeah, I really identify with the stuff you created. I guess I'm trying to figure out how to bring more value through my stuff so that I can like really start to build a community, because right now I feel like I started it last year after the pandemic, like a lot of people, and then it's just like it's stopped, like it's stale. You know?
Have you ever thought? Do you draw it or do you do it digitally?
I draw it on Procreate.
Have you ever thought about getting a camera and videoing you making it and then putting it on TikTok behind popular music?
Yeah, I've done a few of those. I even did one with the cheerful chipmunk and the peanut butter thing on it.
How many times a day are you posting on TikTok?
I did a few. I'm not posting it often because I felt like it would be always the same kind of thing.
The problem is, I've said the same thing for 15 years, and 90% of the world doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
You just said, I'm trying to build a community. It's not growing enough. And then in the other breath, you said, I don't want to post as often because it's the same thing. Nobody's seeing your shit.
Yeah.
99.9999999999999% of the world hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Post it. You should be doing 2 drawings a day videos minimum on TikTok. That's how you'll build a bigger community.
All right. Yeah.
You've been around me long enough to know the rules. You're just not doing it for reasons similar to Joanne prior to you, which is people say no for no reason.
Yeah, I really related to what she was saying because I started as well, like not knowing if I had like the talent to do it, but it's just hard, I guess, on TikTok to, not only TikTok, IG as well, like because you post it, but you feel like you're never doing enough, or it's not right. You know what I mean?
It's not that. It's you're looking for results too quickly.
Yeah.
Nobody watched Wine Library TV the first year. I think a lot of times people forget on shows like this or when I interact that I lived the life that I'm giving advice for.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, people see me in this version, but go look at the comments on, episode 1 of Wine Library TV on YouTube. There was nobody there. I mean, if you go look at the comments of Crush It, the first book I wrote, everybody said I was crazy that people would make money on the internet being themselves. Like negative feedback or no feedback at all is part of the process.
Yeah.
You have to make a lot more content and put a lot more out, and more things will happen.
All right, cool.
Good.
Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Gary.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hey Gary, how you doing?
Good, Danny. How are you?
I'm great. First off, I just want to say thank you for everything over the years. I'm a proud owner of Confident Cobra and Brilliant Barracuda.
Love it. Cores?
Yeah, cores.
I mean, the cores are the ones that have gone up the most. Did you buy them at the floor?
So I got one for 0.5 ETH and one for 0.82 ETH. So I had to get
the Confident Cobra's fucking bro. I think the Confident Cobra, it's funny. People are buying Patient Panda, Empathy Elephant. Makes sense, right? They know who I am.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of words that are starting to emerge in my life that I don't talk about enough. I actually think the Confident Cobra is one of the sneakiest characters in all of VeeFriends.
Yeah.
I have like serious ambitions to develop that character.
That's why I had to get it at 0.82 ETH because I was scared it would drop. So
are you completely freaking out how much these fucking things have gone up already?
Crazy, but I'm just holding on. So I think I have an offer right now for 2.8 ETH, but I'm just letting it ride.
It seems like a lot of the cores are going for 4 and 5. Like
yeah.
You think you've got the hands to hold on to at 4 and 5?
I mean, I'm only 21, so
it's true. Which is why I'm asking, because at 4 or 5, all of a sudden something you bought for $1,000, and somebody 2 months later offers you 6,000. I have empathy for that. That's a big turn.
I think I listed the Brilliant Barracuda for 10 ETH. So like if someone buys it for 10 ETH, then I would
respect. Awesome. What can I help you with, bro?
Yeah, so just to give you some context, I am a college basketball player, Division III right now.
Congratulations. That's cool.
Thank you. I also run my own business called Danny Cooper Basketball, where I train kids all the way to pros. And then I also took your advice and I got in touch with the top NBA trainer, and I am interning for him right now. So my question is, with all of those things on my plate, how am I able to put forth equal effort and production while keeping my stress level and mind even keel? Because I know you manage so many businesses at the same time. So it's very overwhelming sometimes. And I'm just, it's
only overwhelming because you're judging yourself. If you're able to not judge yourself, then you'll be in an incredible spot. The reason I'm able to do so much is, let's say I was in your position.
Yeah.
If I would look at it and be like, okay, what matters to me the most right now? And I'm just making this up. I would say, I want to be like Chris Brickley one day. That's what I actually want to do right now. That's what, if you're saying that, well, then I would give a shit about the internship more than the clients, more than maybe, whatever, school, whatever, anything else, my personal life, whatever.
Yeah.
So what I do is, while I've got 800 things in the air, VeeFriends has been an intense 100 days for me. I'm aware that I've left some money on the table with VaynerX. There's a meeting I could have went to, right? I'm aware that my social media, maybe the GaryVee stuff, has declined a little bit. I'm aware that, but it doesn't matter. This is what I chose. And by the way, in 2 years, if I'm like, damn, I should have really focused on VCR Group, my new restaurant group, instead of VeeFriends, then that's fine too. This is one big game, Danny, about not judging yourself. Yeah. When you have 6 balls in the air, 2 are gonna fall.
Yeah.
The answer though, my man, is to be proud of the 4 that are still up in the air instead of crying about the 2 that fucking dropped.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like one day I want to be, like you said, the next Chris Brickley, but then the next day I'm like, I want to be the best basketball player I can be. So it's,
well, guess what? That's what's awesome about being 21.
No, I know. It's just hard, mentally, because I'm doing it all at once. So
why? Why has it got to be hard mentally? Why can't it be awesome? Why can't you be grateful and be like, I cannot believe how brilliant my life is. I'm a fucking 20-year-old kid. I'm healthy. And the world is letting me decide between being a fucking basketball player or a great basketball trainer. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the world, there's human trafficking and there's women in cages. Meanwhile, Somebody I know just lost their best friend's life. Meanwhile, fucking my cousin's friend's uncle just died of cancer. Like, why be so narrow and lack gratitude? And why not pop up your head and say, the fact that I have options, the fact that I live in America, the fact that I'm 20, like, fuck, bro. I would give up VeeFriends, all my money and all my success to go from 45 to 20 just to do it again the next 20. I'd give it, I swear to fucking God, if a weird ass genie that I drew popped in our meeting right now and said, I'm actually the genie of the future, and said, Gary, you can switch with this kid, I wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah.
You'd have a lot more money, you'd have a lot more power, you'd have a lot more opportunity, but you'd be 25 years older. And I'd be happy as fuck with my little Phillies pennant in the back right now, fucking getting focused.
Yeah. So
why can't you lead into gratitude?
Yeah. So just enjoy the process and just, that's what you're saying pretty much. Just
I'm saying be grateful. Like fucking dwelling between I want to be a basketball player or I want to be a basketball trainer is the fucking greatest gift of all fucking time.
That's what I think sometimes. It just is overwhelming at times, but I hear you. So
what's overwhelming?
I guess just I'm indecisive sometimes, so I guess it's just.
So get a dartboard in that room.
Yeah.
Put the two decisions you're trying to make through, put a blindfold on, and fucking throw the dart. Flip a fucking coin.
I got you.
You're worried about outcomes without realizing the outcomes aren't the interesting part. Going through it is the interesting part.
Yeah. Exactly.
Dude, you're blessed.
Yeah.
No, like really.
Yeah.
No, you need to go to not the quick I know. If you knew, you wouldn't be on this show asking that question. I want you to go fucking in it.
Gotcha.
There was no part of my life from 11 to 45 that I would have been on the Ask GaryVee show asking, or the Tea with GaryVee asking, because I knew. That's what I want for you, because it feels delicious. Dude, it's better than you think.
Yeah.
It's better than you think. Good luck.
All right, hope to see you at VCon. Appreciate it.
I definitely will see you.
All right, appreciate it.
See you.
Hi, good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Monica.
Honored to talk to you. I just
you.
wanted to say congratulations, VeeFriends. It's been awesome to just see it all unfold.
Thank you.
It's my first FT, so it's been just a wild ride so far. I can't wait
Thank
to see
you.
where it goes.
Which one did you get?
I actually have a Go, the Reliable Rat.
You won the Reliable Rat Go.
I did. I was number 17.
Congratulations.
And that was I was beside myself. So thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What can I answer for you?
My question, I'm a full-time employee. I'm a mom of 3. I have 2 toddlers and an infant. It's never a dull moment here at my house. So I have a very creative side to me. I would love to start like a side hustle, maybe make it into like a business one day. How does one find like their passion, their niche? I have so many ideas in my head, but like to just bring it to fruition. I'm stuck.
Write down all the ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got 17 of them, since 17 seems to be your lucky number this month, with being the 17th Go token, do that one. Or do what I told Danny, put all, on a dartboard, or write them all down, cut up the papers, crumple them up, put them into a hat, pull one out, and just do that. What people don't understand is when they say I have all these ideas, how do I choose one? They're really, really hiding.
Yeah.
They're hiding.
Here's the thing. I'm a system support analyst. So I analyze processes, workflows for a living. So then I start getting in my head and I get so far down like the future that I kind of shut myself down before and I get overwhelmed, right? So that's kind of my struggle. Like you said to Joanne, I live in the know, in the world of no, and like what ifs. And until I guess I jump into something, I just can't make up my mind. It's scary. It's very scary, especially being, a mom of 3.
I think you're worried about other people's opinions.
Yeah, that too. That for sure.
No, that. All the other shit you just said is not true compared to the part we're talking about now.
Okay.
So you have to understand, the reason I do well in this format, or like people, you know, who watch this I see a lot of first timers in the comments being like, fuck, how does he know? It's not that I know everything or that I have intuition, and there's just not that many rules in life.
I also like,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, like you say, scratch the itch, right? So I have a lot of ideas or inventions, I guess, in my head, and then I look into it and it's already out there. So how does one deal with that? I don't want to reinvent the wheel, but
there's no such thing as reinventing the wheel. Everything that's ever been big has already happened.
Yeah. So just go for it.
Tesla didn't invent cars. Netflix didn't invent television. I didn't launch the first NFT project. First has nothing to do with you.
Okay.
You're looking for reasons to say no.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do it because you're worried about what people will think if it fails.
Yeah.
There's
100%.
nothing else. I know.
100%.
Like, you're gonna tell me a bunch of shit right now, like I'm analytical or I've done the research. You're gonna give me a bunch of shit that you are using as makeup, excuses. The real answer to your question is, why are you valuing your parents, your in-laws, your siblings, your spouse, your children, me, the world, the Discord, your friends, social media? Why are you allowing their opinions of your actions to stop you from your actions?
Yeah. I guess that's the bigger question, right?
That is the only fucking question. Yeah. When somebody has a ton of ideas, I have a ton of ideas, I make them. You know why? Because if they fail, if VeeFriends failed, what? Everybody was gonna go on Twitter and say I suck? I don't give a fuck. I'm not worried about other people deciding if my shit's good. The fuck are you worrying about my shit for? Worry about your shit.
Yeah.
I'm not out here looking at everybody else's shit, worrying about what they're doing. Get inside your own fucking world.
Okay.
Your entire thing, and many people's things, and the theme of this morning is being able to not worry about outside validation. Too many people were parented and grew up in circumstances where they lived for outside validation. Outside validation is poison. It leads to insecurity and non-action. You know what else it leads to? Ego. One of the most beautiful things in the world is humility. Do not, I always tell people, do not confuse my conviction and my passion for lack of humility. I'm pure humble. You know why? I don't think everything I'm going to do is going to succeed. I'm pure, the other thing is, now that I'm at this point in my career where everyone's saying all these lovely things about me in the comments, they don't make me think I'm special. I don't think I'm more special than any fucking person in this chat right now. I don't. And I'm not saying that to say it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. And that's the other thing that comes along that's beautiful about not hearing everybody. When they say you're shit, you're not sad. When they say you're great, you don't get a big head.
Absolutely.
Stop, Monica. Stop. What are they gonna say? That's stupid. You know what people are gonna? You know what? Do you know who tells you the people that tell you negative things about your thing are just people that are sad that they're not doing it.
Yeah. No, that's true. It's true. Because when I do something, then they start asking, "Oh, how'd you do it?" I get it.
Please just do it.
Okay.
All right. See you.
You got it. Thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
Hey, Gary, how are you?
I'm well, Tim. How are you?
Doing great, man. I'm just thankful for everything that you guys do, all the content, everything that you've been creating, man. I've been following you. I'm like, man, this is the inspirational shit that people need. So just wanted to start with thanks. I mean, long-time listener, first-time caller, if you will.
Thank you. Yes, I love that.
But I mean, the VeeFriends piece, just the engagement, the community that you've built around that's been phenomenal. But
how crazy is the Discord?
I have trouble just tracking. I'm always like, when you do the @ here, I'm like, oh, I got to go find that. And I'm like scrolling and it's refreshing. And I'm like, dang, this phone, it's not moving fast enough. I need 5G or some kind of upgrade. And I need this to work better. But
do you have any VeeFriends?
I didn't get in on it, man. I missed out, and I'm like, I really should have jumped in a lot earlier, but I was watching. I'm like trying to figure all these things out.
What do you think held you back? Could you not afford it? Did you not trust the blockchain Ethereum? Did you think the prices would go down? None of it hurts my feelings. I'm trying to learn and I want people to learn. Like what do you think made you not go in?
I think it's more just personally, I'm ultra financially conservative. I wanted to be in on it and I wanted to do that. But then I was like looking at the Ethereum prices and I didn't buy Ethereum like early enough. You said, hey, May 5th. And I was like, man, I really should do this. But it was just kind of a thing.
It was too far fetched. You hadn't been into crypto. You didn't,
right.
You know, you hear the horror stories. You started falling into the nose of like, it may collapse. This might be a fad. You know, my stuff might get stolen. Like it was all that kind of no culture, right?
Right. Just
by the way, and by the way, for everybody's listening, I actually think you should never do something you don't understand. One of the reasons I put out content early, as you know, was I wanted people to get educated because I wouldn't want them to buy VeeFriends. I don't want them to buy VeeFriends right now if they don't understand. If they don't understand that I'm trying to build Transformers, Pokemon, Star Wars, and that the NFT, just like the first copies of Harry Potter, the book, are worth lots of money, like, you know, or the first Star Wars figures, or, you know, so I don't think Tim, you made a per se mistake. You know, I know that a lot of people feel crazy because they've gone through the roof in value very quickly, but things ebb and flow. And more importantly, you know, I don't think people should do things they don't understand with money. I never do. On the flip side, I don't think people should say no before they do homework. You know, so there's a nuance there, but nonetheless, what can I help you with?
Well, so my story, I'm an engineer by education, and then I've been kind of moving around within my company, and I do like what I'm doing. I just feel like I'm kind of stuck on, hey, I'm in my late 30s. My resume doesn't really speak to where I'd like to go. And I'm just like carpet bombing companies on my resume right now. Trying to say, hey, like, this is where I'd like to be.
Good.
I try to like tell people like, this is who I am. This is the thing.
You know what? I got you. You have to start making LinkedIn posts, video or written, about your observations, thoughts, and opinions of where you want to be.
Okay.
Because you may say one smart thing about social media marketing in a LinkedIn post that makes somebody reach out to you to hire you, as, you know, or rowing or tea or whatever the fuck you want to be in. Like, you have to start making content on LinkedIn today with your observations and opinions and thoughts about the thing that you want to be in.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is, you know, just starting to get the content out there, get in front of that, and like really kind of build. What
spamming, carpet bombing, pounding resumes to people on LinkedIn or email is begging, asking, hoping. Making content on LinkedIn that's grounded in strong opinions, observations, thoughts, because you don't have to be an expert, right?
Right.
Or expertise. That's being proactive. That's putting it out there. That's creating leverage for them to come to you. Got it?
Right. Get ahead.
Very different framework.
Yeah. Keep the hat on the head, not in the hand, right?
Correct.
I like it. All right.
Correct.
Hey, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate being able to get on here.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, Dustin, I got to go to my next meeting. Let's get you on for 1 second. It was good to get back.
Yeah, your energy's good too.
Yeah, it was fun. Let's definitely, everybody's watching. First of all, please get on the Discord. You saw it referenced a lot. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what's going on there. Everybody's watching right now. If you can link this in the chat so it's clickable for the others, we need people to get in there. Makes it much easier. If you can link GaryVee.com/Discord in the chat right now, whatever chat you're on, make it linkable, because I know a lot of times when you click post it, it's not linkable. Please go hardcore, make it easier for your fellow friends. And remember, every VeeFriend token comes with a 3-year pass to VeeCon. And Dustin's about to play the VeeCon trailer. VeeCon is going to be the greatest. Thank you, Dust. Thank you, everybody. Please let me know on Twitter, GaryVee on Twitter, how today went, what you thought about it, how it felt, what you got out of it. And we'll talk soon. Cheers.
This is an unreal level of access to you for people who buy these NFTs.
Yeah, I mean, wait till you see what I'm gonna do at the conference. This is gonna be the best conference of all time. Welcome to VCon. VCon is a yearly event that is tied in directly to VFriends, the NFT project that I launched in May of 2021. Every VFriend token is a ticket to a multi-day event that is going to rival some of the greatest conferences in the world around entrepreneurship, marketing, ideas, creativity, competition, tons of jam sessions, all night, marshmallow pits, talking, meeting, surprise and delight, the community. You know, I live a career where I've been able to travel the whole world and see all the greatest conferences, and that decade of collecting, oh, I like this, oh, I like how they did that, that was epic, and I like how the unconference and the hallways this, and oh, the best part of a conference is who you meet. I'm gonna bring all that. My main plan is to leverage my 25-year career and all the karma and all the relationships and all the business stuff that I've done to bring the world's greatest speakers there. And I also have the privilege of being in the dirt. Right there, D-Rex, show it. Like the dirt. I like that shit. I'm from that shit. So I know the kids that are coming up the game right now that are the next people that are gonna matter. And of course I'm gonna have them headline side stages so that you can meet them early and build relationships with them early and do business with them early and have selfies with them early. But I'm also gonna have the biggest names in the world because I'm gonna take the profit from the drop and I'm gonna invest it in throwing the conference that I've always wanted to attend. VCon.